So as usual, we are here gathering at this time to practice meditation. And I believe that you're all ready to practice meditation and already grabbed the cushions or comfortable seats and freed yourself from any other disturbances or any other activities, and decided to spend this time to learn to practice. Some of you may need my guidance to practice, and others may not need it, but at least you have intention to practice together online. And this is psychologically quite important to practice together. I have experienced that when we practice together, so always it has got some form of a mystic energy encourage us to practice, and there is a sense of psychologically affecting us to continue until the end of the practice, whether it is half an hour or whether it is an hour. And surprisingly, when we are practicing in the group, we can concentrate better, we can sit for a longer, and we can attain blissful experiences. So we all have the same intention to practice meditation, although we do not see each other, although we are not in the same room, and yet we have to have this belief that we are all connected each other, and we're all practicing meditation together. And this help every one of us to grow in the Master's way. So sitting comfortably in your own comfortable position, the Buddha said, Nisidati pallankang abhujitawa. So sitting upright position, not bending forward or backward, left or right, swinging, but upright position. Further, he also said, the instruction, Sunyākāragatowa, going into the quiet place, empty place, which basically means having less distractions, but conducive for the practice. So make sure that there are no any other activities going on during this time of the practice. And after having seated comfortably, Buddha instructed us to watch the breath. When breathing in, I understand that I am breathing in. When breathing out, I understand that I am breathing out. So that is the basic instruction to begin with. And here that basically means bringing our attention to be mindful of the breath that is taking place in our body. And there, oftentimes, we do the body scan practice or observing the body, checking the comfortable position or not. And simply aware of the incoming of breath and outgoing of breath. The instruction clearly says there is no fixed place and there is no effort whatsoever to make it longer, shorter, hold, counting, whatsoever. But the instruction is simply breathing in. I know that I am breathing in, that's all. Or I understand that I am breathing out, or breathing in and breathing out. That's the simple way of the practice. And here, when you are paying attention to the breathing in and breathing out, this moment, if you are very close to this observation, then you will realize that if you are having any tension on your shoulder or on your head or on your back or on your legs, the breathing in and breathing out won't be natural. There is something stuck or somewhere feeling uncomfortable, somewhere you feel heaviness, hardness, like that. At this time, all what you need is just to relax the entire body as you're breathing in and breathing out. Do not control the breath or do not generate the breath or any intervention at all. No interfering with the incoming breath and outgoing breath. All what you're doing is let this body settle still and let this body function on its own way as breathe in and breathe out. All what we do is to recognize that as it takes place. I understand breathing in, I understand breathing out. Or I am breathing in, I am breathing out. Consciously making a note of it. Nothing more than that. But obviously, because we have been conditioned by our teachers or some guidance, mind tries to find the location, whether it is the tip of the nose or whether it is the chest or the rising, falling of abdomen. If that is preconditioned and your mind automatically goes there because of preconditioned, then that's not a natural object yet. Give away that preconcept and find by your own experience, by observing the incoming breath and outgoing breath. Where do you feel it? And here, give up your thought of a breathing in and breathing out, but feel from inside. Or sometimes you may use your heart to feel the incoming breath and outgoing breath. Or a central point, just 2 fingers up from the navel, as a place to begin to find where the mind goes and where the mind settles when we are watching the incoming breath and outgoing breath. And there, which is happening due to the incoming breath and outgoing breath, without any interference, but you feel and your mind is dragged, and your mind with the intention, paying a full attention on that and using that as your primary object of concentration. Some of you may have a different temperaments, may see at the tip of the nose as the incoming and outgoing breath happens. Some may feel at the chest rising, falling, or others may feel the rising, falling of abdomen. And whichever you feel that this is a right object for me, then take that as your object of concentration. There is no size, there is no color, and there is no limit. What's happening? Just simply knowing that, and consciously, with your clear consciousness, making a mental note of it, that this is happening. And this is happening because breathing in and breathing out. So I understand this is happening. And standing on that base, when we are watching the incoming breath and outgoing breath, we will be able to note or observe that when incoming, sometimes it's a short, sometimes it's a long. When outgoing, sometimes it is short and sometimes it is long. Never be the same. And recognizing that differences, different breaths. Now here, we are learning to know different breaths. So the first instruction was, I understand I am breathing in and breathing out. Now the second stage, learning to know the different breaths. Whether it's at the nose or whether it is the chest or the abdomen rising, falling. Even the abdomen rising, falling due to the incoming breath and outgoing breath will be different, a long or a short. Smooth or hard, rise, fall, incoming breath, outgoing breath, subtle or coarse, easy or hard. So learn to notice these differences and mentally making a note of it, that I am experiencing it, or I know this is, or I am training to know this. Make sure that there is no strong desire that I want to know it, or I am trying to know it and my mind is just a wander off. Do not create any resentment or resistance or anger or any negative minds, or do not cling on to, or do not have any desire to get it more. Stay in balance. Like you are standing still on a boat, able to make a balance. Not swinging right or left, but able to stand firmly. So continue practicing in this way. Learning to know the different breaths, different functions, without having any interference with it. Natural breath, normal breath. But we simply learning to know that as it takes place. Breathing in, breathing out, rising, falling. So continue practicing until you hear the gong.